Off the play fake, here's Daniels. That's a short one, caught by Sinnott, and he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. That'll be a gain of 20, much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
That one complete to Jalen Lane. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Washington. A touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 4. Once again, it's Barkley. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Big Johnny Newton there for the stop.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
A pickup there of 19 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That pass play good for 22. First down, Philadelphia.
Here we go.
Here's a handoff to Barkley running left. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
They'll run the counter with Barkley. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Good for an Eagles first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Saquon.
Second and goal at the Commanders' 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, here's second and goal. Barkley is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession. But they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop. And they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Drive will start on the ground. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40.
Here we go. Here we go. Cowboy 80. 19, Charger. 19. Cup 19. Cup 19. 19 tight. 19 tight. Let's go.
Here's Daniel. This one intercepted. Picked off by Jahad Campbell.
And Mike, and as bad as things seem, especially after that last play, the key to playing quarterback in this league, if you're going to allow bad plays to lead to more bad plays, you're not going to last very long. So it's the value of, hey, can you win the next play? And then the play after that. Those are the guys that really make it in this league, and we're going to get a good test of it right here.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready, break. Ready.
They'll begin here on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 7.
Ready.
Daniels now going to look to throw. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
How often do we see, Mike, the running back, they get a little too antsy and they go a little too fast on these screen plays. In this case, great job by the back. First, he let his offensive lineman go out. He then follows behind. That's the key to a good screen play.
And that one's going to be shut down quickly. A minimal gain.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences, they know it's coming and there's not going to be a lot of gain.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
He's got his tight end. That's Simmons. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Washington.
First down.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's over the middle to the tight end, Sinnott. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Commanders with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. A throw left side, caught by Sinnott. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
Now, Daniels. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
The 1-yard line.
He'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. On the return, here's Jaden Reed. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Tony.
On the ground is Barkley to start the drive. Not much there, maybe a yard.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Here we go. Hey, south. 118.
From the gun, here's Stroud. That's taken in right side by Goddard. Look at the big guy rumble. And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go.
He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Jalen Thompson. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum build.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Sinnott, the man in motion. Up the middle they go. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. That's complete. Taken in by Franklin. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And you see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his 3rd interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Nolan Smith getting in to drop him for sack number 11 on the season. So, 4th down, and Ryan Wright on to punt it away. And he's not going to get anything out of this one. They force him laterally out of bounds. No gain on the return. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
No, here we go. Look the hot, look the hot.
They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Quick throw, the RPO to Goddard. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Down. Look to hot.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. This one into the hands of Brown. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. That is catch number 60 for the season.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll run it here with Saquon. Into the secondary at the 45. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On first down, it's Stroud. That's to the right side. Caught by Goddard. And he'll take this one in. Dallas Goddard. Touchdown, Eagles. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll give up the middle, and he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Jordan Davis, the man in the middle, brings it to an end.
Okay, ready?
It is second and 9.
Ready.
Throwing now, Daniel. And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Go!
He'll send the receiver in motion to the left. On third down, he'll throw with Daniels. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Second touchdown for him in the game. Number 14 on the year. Zerline's kick is up and good. The Commanders back within a couple of scores. It's 35-21. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here we go, let's go. Tony. 2J. 11. Why Tony? Hey, Uno Mars.
Stroud to throw here on first down. He'll find the tight end. Got it. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
18. What's that?
Stroud to throw here on first and 10. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goddard, that time. And it'll bring up second down.
On the quick, right? 18. What's up?
Hurt. Ready.
Here's a design run. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
South. Hey, south. Hey, Uno. Look to hot.
Now Stroud. And this ball incomplete on third down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback.
Let's go now.
They'll send a man in motion left. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break.
Got it. Ready? Get it.
Sinnott, the man in motion.
Ready.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he'll be written out of bounds after a gain of 6.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On second down, it's Daniels. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man. So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Forced the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20.
Oh, ready? Why, Tony.
On first and 10, here's Stroud. He'll let one go down the middle. And the Commanders are going to get the football at their own 40.
Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Ready. Let's go, 80.
The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Go, 60 Bison.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Oh, right.
The RPO, that one is complete. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. That is catch number 60 for the season.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and a couple. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
We've seen his big play potential as a receiver, so I don't think it's a surprise to see them work in a little bit of a changeup and give him the ball on the ground. Held to a small gain here, but they don't mind. He still had enough to pick up the first down.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up first and 10. They'll run with the Clemson product. This is Will Shipley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at their 48-yard line.
12. Hey, Uno Mars, Uno, Buggy.
Throwing on second down. Stroud. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Daniil Hunter. He gets in for an important sack. Number 133 on his career. Moving him past the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished with 132 and a half.
All right. 18. That's it. 19 Texas. Why Tony?
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. He's going to let this one go deep. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
He'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get forward for a couple. That's Jalen Thompson up from his safety spot to bring him down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ready.
So, from the 37, here's second and 8. Throwing is Daniel. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Jalen Carter getting in to record his 9th sack of the year.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up third and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
And this is a pretty good result. That kick will head out of bounds.
At their own 22-yard line.
first and 10, it's Barkley. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he's going to get it. First down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Here's first and 10.
Here we go.
They'll go play action with Stroud. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up second and 18 at the 33.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again. Daniil Hunter getting in for the sack. And now it's going to be 3rd and a mile.
Texas. 118. Outside. Look the hot. Look the hot. Hey. Why Tony? Tony. Good.
Throwing is Stroud. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he will dive into the end zone. 75 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away.
Washington will take over first and 10. Washington takes over first and 10. The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Ball on the 39. Here's second and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's over the middle to the tight end, Sinnott. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's second down.
Here we go. Set.
Daniels now going to look to throw. The second down throw is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Ready, ready.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10.
6, go.
To the air again is Daniels. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
He's got his tight end. That's Sinnott. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Throwing again, Daniels. That's to Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 7-yard line.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Get it. Ready.
Now it's the Arizona product that is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
Another Washington first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
So these 2 teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
They're going to put a man in motion to the right. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. Right back to Krosky-Merritt, and he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Ready? Go! Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16.
So a sack is definitely not ideal, Mike, but the last thing you want to do down here on this part of the field is turn the ball over by forcing a play that's not there. So he sees time running out. He's got no choice but to eat the ball, but at least he can live to play another down.
The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Warrior 70.
They'll go. Here's Daniels. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Here we go.
Stroud to throw. Now a screen set up for Barkley. He's close to a first down. A gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's good for 27 and a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
This one, batted away. It's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, it's not going to make up for all the plays that they've been on the wrong side of up until this point. They finally are able to land a jab of their own, knock this ball away, and get a much-needed incomplete pass.
He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up third down now.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most. And I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And this ball incomplete on third down. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you had things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The Commanders take over first and 10. And they're on the 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Ready, ready.
Now Daniels. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Open man downfield. It's Franklin. And he will score again. Touchdown, Commanders. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year. Zerline's kick, up and good. And the Commanders are able to cut into the deficit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable with Reed. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
On first down, it's Stroud. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Hey, uno.
On second down, Stroud. Exiting the pocket right. Taking off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Third down, they need 5.
19 Texas. 18. What's that?
To throw, it's Stroud. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he will score. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the fourth.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-ups. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On 1st down, Daniels. A screen set up for Krosky Merritt. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Luke McCaffrey, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Throwing now, Daniels. Forced to his right. And Daniels will have the 1st down as he's able to slide and avoid the contact.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5.
At the 47-yard line.
Krosky Merritt to run again. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusions in a moment. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll throw with Daniels. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
That's into traffic, but taken in. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked.
And he's going to go down. The pressure too much. And that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs.
All right, Mike, so in this situation, a defensive coordinator has 2 options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
Here we go, let's go. 18, let's go.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. A short throw taken in by Goddard. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Forced out wide. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target, and it'll be 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
It's 3rd and 15.
Hey, south.
And now things are going to get more difficult. Movement up front, going to move them further back. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long.
18. That's it. Hey, south.
From the gun, here's Stroud. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10.
At the 16-yard line.
He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. So